Hey, it's episode 134. It's September 15th, payday. Everyone likes payday, right?
Yeah, everybody likes
Hey, it is 2:15 in the afternoon. This is Risk On, a special edition. We are going to talk to Crypto Joe. Crypto, welcome.
What's going on, Todd?
Where's the Superman shirt?
You told me to take it off.
I
My
did,
Risk On
I
shirt.
did,
I
I
don't know
did,
why
I
you
did.
don't like that Superman shirt. You like a Batman fan or
Hey,
something?
can you turn this on for me, please? Hey, guys, we're going to cover Ault Global Holdings' announcement that it entered into a purchase agreement to acquire 3,000 additional miners. I'm pretty excited about this. Hey, is the BitNile site up and operational?
I believe we're in the final stages of testing it just to make sure it's secure.
But the press release went out today.
Yeah.
Can you check and see?
I will.
Hey, so we Ault Global Holdings formed a new subsidiary called BitNile, and I believe you can get that at BitNile.com, or where does it go to? Do you know? I'm going to check that out myself just to make sure I don't make it.
I think we had an issue with the domain because of where it's parked right now.
So where should I tell them to go to?
Go to BitNile.com after this show, maybe.
Oh. I guess go after the show. Oh, it goes to Ault and Company.
Yeah.
Oh, but BitDial.org goes somewhere, right?
It did.
Oh, let's see here.
But we have a new developer, so.
Really? Huh. BitNile.org.
Yep, there you go.
What?
BitNile.org goes to the right site. We just haven't moved it over sideways.
Yeah, we haven't moved it over yet. BitNile.org, O-R-G. You can use that until we move it over to the .com. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, there you go. Crypto mining, DeFi platform, data center. It's a big investment for us.
It is a gigantic investment for us.
So through BitNile, a subsidiary of Ault Alliance, which is a subsidiary of Ault Global Holdings, you happen to be the chief technology officer for BitNile. I happen to know this because I put you in that position.
I do.
What do you think about the 4,000 miners? These are the S19 Pro Js, or is it J Pros? How's it go?
S19J
Pros. And
Yeah.
what about them do you like versus other miners?
Well, I don't like or dislike them. I mean, the power profile on those miners is great. You know, I mean, we're getting some feedback in here.
Oh, I can hear some audio. That's weird. What's that audio?
Anyways, so as long as we go on, I mean,
They can hear me saying.
oh yeah,
that,
it's totally getting to me. I mean, it's.
So you were saying?
So I think that, you know, when you look at them, the power profile that they have compared to, you know, people think about in terms of mining, like when we mined with the S19s or even the S17s that they have, right, or the Silicon machines. All of them were trying to get power is the issue, right? Or power was the issue.
Sure.
I mean, I would argue it's still an issue if Bitcoin goes down or difficulty goes way too high, but
Right.
you know, not nearly as much anymore from that perspective of when we were scrimping and 3 cents would save you a ton because your mining and your terahashes you were mining to your power ratio was much smaller. Now,
Can you pull up my screen at the same time he's talking?
now if you look at it for what we were mining, let's call it 13 terahashes roughly effectively for almost 1,400 watts, we're now mining 100 terahashes for 3,000 watts. So the power profile got so much better on those.
It's
things.
dramatic improvement. It's like a Moore's Laws thing, right? It's
Yep.
really, really dramatic, right? So the S19s, what's the chip size for those? Do you know? Is it 7?
7 nanometer.
It's 7 nanometer?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that was 7 nanometer. So with buying 4,000, I don't think people realize what that does. That is around 45 to 50 million a year of crypto.
Yeah.
That, I mean, if you look at Ault Global, let's say the beginning of the year, and granted there's some trading profits in there, and it can go up or down with all them in, but let's just say we did 50 million in the first half of the quarter. This is an additional 50 million that'll go on our balance sheet in terms of sales, right?
Absolutely is.
Income, right?
Well, okay, so when
So
we
you'll be mining around 45 to 50 million of crypto,
right,
right?
that is correct.
But then you'll be netting. The net is pretty high, right? That's about 40 million of EBITDA, give or take.
yeah, when you take out electricity, because the electricity isn't that high right now.
Right. This is a substantial acquisition of miners through the subsidiary BitNile for Ault and Company. And I think this materially changes the ability for the company to be focused on crypto.
We agree.
This is something we wanted to do many years ago in 2017, 18, and 19. We had all kinds of issues. But now with our capital base...
And we got a data center, and, you know, I mean...
So we acquired a data center, 34.5 acres,
Yep.
617,000 square feet, can expand up to 300 megawatts. We've
lot.
already have 30,000 square feet built out.
Yep.
We are already installing miners there. We'll be installing 1,000 now. And then talk about the reason why we're doing 300 a month, besides the fact that Bitmain is only delivering us 300 a month. That's a whole different conversation.
Well, from our perspective, as we're building out, right, we're in the process of building out the first 1,000 we're receiving, and 300 a month gives you time to grow, make sure that, you know, any airflow issues you encounter. Obviously, Bitmain, the contract is that, but it gives us a ramp, right, to get in there. Will we like to put in all 3,000 at a time? Yeah, but you don't want those machines sitting there either. 3,000 is a lot of machines and a lot of people to put in.
When is Jason joining us, by the way? Can someone let me know if Jason can jump on?
He cannot jump on today.
Yeah, I called him and he said he could not.
Not even for a minute?
You can try him.
Huh.
I'm sure he's watching. Are we doing that?
I'm trying to get him on.
It'd be nice. I mean, he was instrumental in this entire thing, man.
So the size, though, for us, I mean, materially for us, it's a big material size for us. But rather, based on other crypto miners, though, you got the RIOT blockchain, which is they must be the biggest, right?
Well, they are. I mean, especially when you take into consideration, I think they say that they're going to have like 32,000 machines. I can't remember the exact number. I read their 10K this morning just to check out a couple of things. And I believe that they're saying, so the order that they put out for like 23,000 whatever 800 machines with Bitmain was over a 1 year period. So I don't even think they take their last delivery till after 2022.
Oh wow.
So
they have a lot of miners,
but
though.
they've got like 3 stacks of orders going in too,
right?
And they're overlapping orders. So
they spent some. According to Will, they spent some 400 million. Hey, so obviously Bitcoin is at 48,109 and rallying here. We're not going to get Jason's commentary today.
Okay.
But we are going to have Jason join us tomorrow. I think because he's dealing with Malaysia,
he is,
and China directly, he has got some weird scheduling loop in terms of his ability to get some sleep.
Well, he told me when I talked to him last that he was up at like 3 a.m. in the morning and working on this because, you know, shipping and getting it over here in a timely fashion.
Those are always dilemmas for sure. Hey, listen, I wanted to make sure everyone knew about this. The press release went out there. Let's go to my screen real quick, and I'll click on that press release. We'll go through it real quickly. So can we pull up my screen real quick? So here it is. I will go through it really quickly. Here's some important things here. So we already added 1,000 miners that we did already, that we announced 2 days ago. Talks here about the data center and the scalability, kind of where they are now. 18 months, we'll have critical mass where we can build out the 300 megawatts if we choose to.
Yep.
Based on our current mining, by July 2022, we'll be rolling into around 45-50 million of Bitcoin mining. Joe, how does that affect us? What if Bitcoin goes down to say 25,000? We're still going to be mining, right?
We'll still be mining.
Right. And what if Bitcoin goes up to 100,000?
We'll still be mining.
Right. So in our case, unless Bitcoin goes dramatically lower, the higher it goes, the better for us, but difficulty gets a little bit higher, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously difficulty almost always increases. It just will depend on where the world is and the miners are, right? I mean, just this week, some other places said we're not going to allow Bitcoin to replace fiat. We're not going to allow Bitcoin into our monetary system. And what that does, and China hasn't clamped down on the last of the miners that are mining illegally, right? Mm-hmm. People who are hidden from the electric grid.
Sure.
So if they get taken off, difficulty could drop again. But with new technology, difficulty goes up.
I know you can't talk specifically about exactly where the data center is located for security purposes, but maybe you walk the audience through why our data center is so remarkable. I mean, it's connected to a nuclear power plant, so it's largely green energy, right?
Correct. I believe it's 86% nuclear, which makes it largely green. And I don't know if our footprint's larger than that in green energy.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that we don't use a whole lot of coal or fossil fuel energy in that production. Not to mention where we're at, specifically, not just the nuclear, but there are other, power facilities that you could right now we draw from nuclear, but in the future would be a possibility to draw for something else. I mean, it's possible that we could, negotiate that. It's in a remote area. It's in a good, clean area. It's got access to a lot of data, and we're not just building it out for just mining. We're building it out for enterprise too. So the real important part of building it out for enterprise is when you're building an enterprise data versus, let's just call it a Bitcoin mining facility, you start thinking about where your lines come from. And, you get all the points on the map and you try and get, fiber lines running from all directions so that if one's cut on one side of town, it doesn't affect your ability to get data stream, get mining, do all that stuff, right? Same with electricity. So I'm really excited about that facility in general.
Right. I've walked the facility. And as out of shape as I am, I should have used a.
You should have used. I used the
golf cart.
The very first time I went, I did use. The golf
I didn't.
cart.
I walked the whole thing with my wife. It's incredible.
It is a very big facility.
Hey, well, I consider this to be a very meaningful press release for us, and a meaningful development in terms of what it could mean to the company. I'm just checking right now on a couple of things real quickly here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, as far as that goes, it's definitely a meaningful development. The world is turning towards cryptocurrency and the use of cryptocurrency, more apps, more payment. I just read this crazy article that 25% of South Africa owns Bitcoin. 25% of South Africa. Now, if you aggregate it, it's only about $70 or $80 of cryptocurrency that they own, but 25% of the country owns it.
Wow!
And you're going to start seeing that develop in other, a lot of countries that don't have access to our kind of monetary system. Whether you like our monetary system or don't like it, I mean, it's very sophisticated, and there's a lot of countries that don't have that.
So the way we've set this up is that BitNile is the miner. It mines with our data center Alliant Cloud Services, which is going to be owned by BitNile.
Right.
And then BitNile will also make our DeFi investments.
Well, and that's the important thing, especially for the little countries, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's not important for our company, but that's the natural progression, right? You have decentralized currencies, which is part of the DeFi, but then you move into DeFi and you give all these people who can't, couldn't, wouldn't, whatever you want to call it, the ability to invest. Let's not call it invest. They're allowed to buy into companies that they would like to buy into via tokenization. That's the whole premise. But taking it out of the hands of the few and giving it to the many is the whole process.
What are we doing now this time? I know we kind of failed at mining last time. I wouldn't like to use the word failed, but we did struggle. What are we doing this time that you feel is different than last time?
Fundamentally, I think that our entry point is different this time, right? Fundamentally, I think that not only is difficulty in a better position for us, even if it was higher, we would still be in a pretty good position with the machines we're getting. But Bitcoin's at a much higher price. It's become, let's call it, a tad bit more stable, right? You still see these large fluctuations, but it always rolls right back up, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it has been, yeah.
Right.
You never know if it will roll up back, but it did fall to 43 the other day. It's back to 48.
Well, there's definitely no guarantee, but I wish we had Jason here because he kept telling me it was going to go below 25, and I kept telling him there's just no way. And
I remember when it broke 20,000, and he said it's going to go back to 17, and I sold it. Big mistake on my part for a little bit there, but then of course I got back into it, and now it's rallied nicely.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
But I kind of feel like it's just more mature for us. It's easier to understand.
We
have a capital base of $250 million,
right?
And we're using about 10 or 12% of our capital base. We set it up as a separate entity. We made clear in here in our press release that we're going to be able to finance it a little different. I'm excited about this. I'm excited. I'm one of the largest shareholders of Ault Global. I know, Joe, you just got some stock as part of your compensation. Mm-hmm. This is a major milestone for us. This is something important. We wanted the company to be part of the Bitcoin community. We wanted to be part of DeFi. I love the help from Jason Bartholomew, who's head of global business development for BitNile. Thank you, Jason, for staying up late. Super happy with the help from Chris Wu, who's helped us in DeFi.
Yep.
Look for great things. I think amazing things are coming through All Global, DPW, through BitNile. It's going to be an important subsidiary. Obviously, with these miners being installed over the next 10 months, by the way, 1,000 now, and then 300 a month every single month.
Yep.
That ramps us to close to $50 million of mined Bitcoin. And I'm going to leave on that note. Hey, we're super excited about this. Please check out the press release. It'll be in the link. On Friday, we'll be answering questions. Jason will be in studio with me along with Crypto Joe, Nick and Brett. Skylar will be here. Randy will be here. Maybe Josh will be streaming in here. Have a couple Bitcoin experts. But this is clear as day. Come on in. Who is it? Come on in. Who is that? Hey, what's up?
Are you here with the joke of the day?
You need me on that call?
No.
We okay?
No, I'll take care of it.
Okay, good. Hey, so we are excited about Bitcoin. We're going to see you Friday. Thanks. What's up? You want to join us?
No, sit down.
What are you going to join us?
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
What's he got?
What do you got?
Anything?
What do you got? You just got your good looks?
You
got a microphone?
He just texted all his buddies, hey, look, I'm going to be back on Dead Show.
Just wanted to hang out.
Well, we're just talking about Bitcoin mining.
What about it?
Obviously, we bought 4,000 machines.
Made public. Wow.
Yeah, we announced it today.
What do you think
Pretty
about
exciting.
That was tough to get done, by the way. We didn't get the
Yeah.
signature till last night about midnight or 2 in the morning.
Late.
And that's something we thought
Very
was going to
late.
happen sooner. So a little bit disappointed about that part. But
Yeah.
we had to release it as soon as we knew about it. And so it was the quickest we could get it done. I know it got released right at the end of the day. Kind of weird, but
Hectic afternoon.
It's
yeah,
okay.
hectic afternoon.
Hectic, to say the least.
Hey, how long have I been committed? Do you know about Bitcoin? Been a fan for a while.
5 years?
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, you look at it. Look at 2017. We were the most traded stock on the NYSE American.
Oh yeah, let's not go into that.
Yeah,
Chase,
let's not talk
stay
about
away
that
from
one.
that. Chase, Jesus, what are you doing to me, man? Hey, anyways, Chase, thanks for joining us here. We're really excited about what happened. Check out this press release. If you're a DPW All Global shareholder, make sure you have questions for me on Friday. We're going to wrap it up here. Nick and Brett, thanks for coming in and doing this for us today. Jason, I hope you get some rest.
Me too.
Crypto, thank you so much. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin.
Cha-ching.
See you Friday.
You got to get a coin sound.